Hello, welcome to Perfectly Mediocre. We are back with our tiny apartment challenge, and today is our day with Celene. So, as you can see, Celene is pretty miserable. She's quite uncomfortable because apparently the decor is dismal. I can't disagree here this time. It is pretty dismal. We will hopefully make some progress on that. It's not probably going to be the fastest progress because, as we learned last time, our candle making, it doesn't tend to be very profitable. We make 100 simoleons per candle, but considering the time it takes to make each of those candles and the time it takes to get everyone to actually come into here, it's gonna take some time. We're probably really, you have a trash bin right here. We were even able to get one of those fancy money making type ones, so you could at least use it. I mean, I guess I'm glad she put it on the floor because if there were ever, say a pet or something in this house, she would actually make 20 simoleons. But yeah, anyway, we're going to have her tend the table and get to work on some selling because at 100 simoleons a candle and hoping people wander on in here, it's going to take some time. I do love that the neighbors are out just kind of, doing their thing out here. Can we evolve again? Okay. Is something broken? That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, nothing would surprise me at this point, but it's okay. We're going to tend the table, and we're going to start a yard sale, which is not in our yard. But in case it rains, because we've had so much rain, or in case the weather is a bit chill, I would rather we do it from indoors. I don't really know if anyone's going to show up, though. We can definitely hope. With it being fall, things are not looking great for when we switch over to the gardening sector. But what I was thinking is, he is a gardener. We could move things indoors. So it was kind of decided that when we get to that point, Celine's contribution will be like planter boxes in order to make this all a little more neat. And if we could get to the point of planter boxes today, then it would be a little easier to make things happen inside. All right, we're going to try setting up shop right over here. I don't know if this will work any better, especially since apparently nobody is around. I thought we were going to have someone there, but she just wandered right on by. I think we might have to take this someplace else. I think what I'll do is have her really build up on the candles here, and we'll try getting a fully stocked table, which could take a few days, and then we'll head someplace else. Hopefully the 47 simoleons will see us through until we have enough to have a nicely stocked table. Her social might be a little bit of an issue, though, but we could always start a club gathering. We have like lots of points too. Let's see. Okay, we wanted to start making the club gathering work for us. So I think for now we're going to do a fabrication boost because we have enough. We're going to start a gathering so that hopefully when we get to Paulo and Locken and whoever the next happens to be, we'll be able to boost things then as well. And now we can make a cylindrical molded candle. Hopefully that is of more value. All right, we're going to chat with you a bit too because we want to, really get that social up. At some point, we also have to have Paulo take over the club so that he can add the next person. We've gotten to level 4 of our fabrication skill. We can now craft dining tables, dining chairs, plumbing upgrade parts, kitchen upgrade parts, and common upgrade parts. For the most part, as I've said, we're kind of focusing on the candles. Now, that's probably a mistake on my part. you know, when it comes to money making, but it's the thing that I felt also suited her style as Lux, that she would focus on something that she considers luxurious. Oh, I almost couldn't stop her. We ended up losing a bunch of our soybeans because Locken was over here dealing with it. Also, she had a little bit of a discovery moment here. She has decided that she's creative, which does make sense. And we have enough wax to make one more candle, so we'll have 6 of the cylindrical and 3 of the other. And I'm going to go ahead and let her harvest these soybeans and then sell them. Oh, we do have some wax on some of these. So we'll have a little bit more wax, and I'll do a little bit more going through everything. Well, the apples and other things made up for it as she's harvesting everything. We are going to go ahead and get a few more dollars than or simoleons than I thought we would. And we're going to stock up on that wax too. It's probably a pretty dangerous situation to be watering plants in. But let's see what we made on plants here. Yeah, I would say that's going to work out in our favor. It's going to kind of stink for Paulo, but, you know, every man for himself when it comes to this challenge. And we have 7 more soy wax, so we can make 7 more candles, hopefully before dropping. And we'll be able to hopefully make a tidy profit someplace. I don't think it's happening here. We now have the ability to make a rectangular candle. I didn't even see that come up as a notification at any point. Oh, when we reach level 5. I completely missed that we reached level 5. So we can now craft the floor light or the rectangular candle. And it's the bits and pieces that have done me in, and I can't order bits and pieces. We're going to head into EcoWorld, do some dumpster diving, recycle what we find in the dumpster, and then maybe we can actually take advantage of the potential crowds in the area to make some money. It says that the dumpster is empty, so I'm going to sacrifice one of our wax in order for us to be able to dive for deals. It's a silly little trick, but it works. And we do have more over here that we might have to sacrifice as well. And of course we're finding money instead of bits. She found a computer. And a desk. Ooh. It's tempting to at least keep the computer. Okay, that one is empty. Do we sacrifice the electronic part? It doesn't look like we can. Let's try another one of these. She's feeling really gross, and I don't blame her. I'm sure that dumpster diving is icky business sometimes, but she did find a computer. Oh, and we found some grim dye. That dye is worth 160 simoleons. We found a closet door. And a kitchen island. We're finding a little bit of everything in there. And we found another oven. We really find a lot of ovens in this collection of trash bins. Okay, this one we don't have to sacrifice anything. So we're going to head over there and do some more diving. And then we'll decide which of it we want to recycle and which of it we want to keep. Alright, so what it has let us know about is some recycled materials, which is something we kind of needed, I think. A black dye, which we'll hang on to and use. 9 simoleons, a dirty mattress, just some flowers, a table, an oven, a counter, the closet, the grim dye, which we'll probably sell, and a desk and a computer. I think we'll hang on to the computer, but I think most of the rest of this can be recycled. Alright, so that gave us 169 bits and 89 pieces, or vice versa. I'm not really sure which order they work in. Now, I'm not sure when this happened, but apparently Celene was approached by a teenager asking questions about woohoo, and she was kind of annoyed by it, apparently. I don't remember her actually talking to a teenager, but okay. Now, we do have some simoleons here to work with, and I think we're going to try to make her space a little nicer for her, and maybe see if we can get that computer put up so she has something to play with. Well, first things first, apparently that little paint swatch thing that we have been holding on to, the designer paint colors, is actually a +3 for inspiring decor. So I think we'll hang on to that. We'll enable that, and maybe it will make her things a little nicer. We don't have much of what I would consider a luxe in this game for computer desks, but I think this kind of gives me that luxe vibe. And it also happens to be an orange wood color, which her color is orange, so we're okay there. Ideally, I would have something a little bit more gold, but this is the office chair to go with it. And I think that is pretty luxe looking to me. People may agree or disagree. I'm not going to put too much concern into being exactly on style. I mean, I do try. I'm definitely trying to give my interpretation of everything, but it's not always going to be super successful. But if I remember correctly, Celene is actually a geek, and yeah, so she will probably find some joy in having a computer so that she can play some games, and it will help us with the fun situation because she's definitely struggling there. Based on how cold she has been now as well, I think our next focus needs to be on making sure that she has a thermostat so we can heat her apartment. We're going to have to live without walls and floors for a bit yet, but we do at least have the basics. You can't dislike handiness. No, that's like half of your skills. Hopefully we can overcome that at some point by having her have a lot of fun doing something handy. She's uncomfortable from sitting in this chair because it feels like sitting on rocks. That chair was maybe not the most expensive, but it definitely, wasn't cheap. We are going to sell all of these parts that we got because, we did get them fair and square. And as I said, we're going to go and actually sell the Grim die because it's worth 160. Maybe that'll allow me to upgrade her chair at some point. But that puts us at 343 already, so maybe we could get some walls. Alright, so in preparation for going to sell, I noticed that she has 4,000 of these aspiration points or reward points, so I wanted to see if there's anything that might help us out. I'm going to jump all the way to 4,000 and work my way down just to see what we can work with. We have like the super green thumb. I don't think that's important for her. We don't need to worry about professional slacker or anything like that. Some of these might be beneficial where we don't have to worry about taking care of her needs as much. And a big one is her social. Her social has been dropping a lot. So I'm thinking independent would be a big boost for us. And it might be beneficial for us with it being winter and the fact that we're going to be outside selling. I think I'm going to go with iceproof. And I do have some soy again because I was able to get more, but I think I'm going to kind of end here for now with making candles. We have a dozen candles. I think that's a good amount for us to go sell. If we're able to sell all of that at least 100 simoleons, that will be at least 1,200 simoleons. So we should be all right to maybe get some decorations in here before we end today's episode. All right, so I've decided to go ahead and set up shop outside the spa. I'd like to believe that Locken told her this would be a great spot to set things up, and so she's going to go ahead and do that. hopefully there is some actual activity here so we can make some money, because it has not been great for us. I love that it's now a yard sale again, because we're actually on a property. I would probably consider this a street sale again, but wait, even some of the employees coming out perhaps to buy, or just disappearing into nothingness. That works as well. Oh, wait, we have someone stopping. Okay. Hello, Hector. Let's see. Can we give you the sales pitch? Hopefully it doesn't drive you off. We might just avoid the sales pitch if it does. Alright, well, fair enough. Maybe we'll just skip the sales pitch and we'll just buy. We're just gonna, stand here and fast forward and hope that something sells. Okay, we made 100 simoleons on that one. Does it tell us which one we sold? No. 140, okay. So at least the cylinder, or okay, wait, actually it does tell us when we hover. So the noir one doesn't give us an amount. This one is 140, and this one is also, okay, so the cylindrical and the rectangular are both 140. So it's definitely in our best interest to use the candles that we get and are able to make later on. Alright, and apparently he's got a crush too. Everybody's having crushes on people whenever we're not home. It's kind of funny. But as someone who's a neighborhood confidant, she wants to successfully advise and influence the lives of others 3 times. So I definitely answer those every time they come up with her. It's much busier here than it was in the city, which has been beneficial, but we still haven't sold another candle. Alright, the sale ended, so we had to restart. So a total of 3 candles sold in the first yard sale. Let's hope we can get another 3 at the very least. Alright, so 3 seems to be the magic number. I'm going to push her for another yard sale, and then we're going to head home and take care of her needs and see what we can do with the money we've made. Well, so much for 3. We sold absolutely nothing on this last round. Time to clear things up and head back home. Alright, so all of the soy plants are officially out of season, which means I don't believe we're going to be able to collect soy wax from them either. Well, wait, I could be wrong, apparently. Okay, so maybe we can still get soy wax in the winter. We just can't get the beans, which is fine. We're starting to see some definite profit from our candle making, and so I think that'll be okay. Lucky day for us, it's rebate day, which means anything that we purchase we'll get a 10% rebate on, as long as it's worth at least 500 simoleons, which I think we'll be able to cover that. Now, I've never really, the way they word it, it says that the object has to be worth at least 500. But I have found that I get a rebate as long as I spend a total of 500 on this day. So I'm not really sure which way is actually true. I guess we'll find out. Alright, so I'm thinking for her space, because we have the desk, I'll probably stick to a smaller sitting arrangement. So probably a love seat and a chair, or 2 love seats, something like that. I'm looking at a variety of styles here that I think all would kind of fit that luxe look. I see that as a style very similar to these, where it just looks expensive. It looks modern. This I would see as more traditional. Possibly this, but like more in an orange. See, this feels too traditional, obviously. If I had something even with like gold tones, that would be great. This feels a bit, they're classifying that as orange, but I think that's a stretch. Maybe peach, but I don't know if I would say orange. Even this feels a bit, nope, this feels a bit luxe to me. We have quite a lot of options. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I feel like I love that, because it also has the curves that we have in the desk. Again, this is peach or pink, but yet it's coming up as orange. Interesting. All right. Whoa, that just wiped out like everything. We have 200 simoleons left. Okay, so I want to try to arrange this in a way that makes some sense. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this by the door for now. I think she will definitely have some sort of TV or something as well, being into the, luxe version of things. I think I might place this back here and then kind of create a little office space here, and then maybe another love seat there. I want to center it in this space. So yeah, that would be, so love seat kind of there with maybe a table behind it. I want to keep this over by here for now, kind of like a guide for something that she's doing. Yeah, I think kind of create maybe a divider in here to create a separate space, like a divider behind like that candle one would be really cool back there. And then the TV there. And I don't think, yeah, we don't really have enough to finish the cabinetry. So I want to focus on floors and so I want to focus on floors and walls. I don't know if I want to go full on orange because that does not feel luxe to me. If we can find something that's classified as orange that doesn't look quite so, see, like that wouldn't be horrible. It looks expensive as heck. It kind of is expensive as heck. These are cheap though. These are cheap and worn. Kinda. It works well, I think, with the cabinets. And it is classified as orange. Maybe we'll do that for now. Although it costs the same as the others, so maybe I will just go ahead and spring for the hickory. It's kind of busy, but I kind of like it for this space. It looks like they, like she got them from someplace expensive, and we only have 57 simoleons left after doing that, though. Can we do anything with the walls? I feel like for luxe, I feel like stone seems to fit. I guess luxe is giving me like loft kind of sensation here. Not like your industrial loft, but like the high-end New York kind of loft, and like having a bit of the exposed brick seems like it would fit in that situation. So maybe something like that, not on all the walls, but maybe there, or actually we'll undo that one and we'll put it on the front wall. And then we'll do painted walls and tiled walls over here. So I'll tile the kitchen and then paint all around here and here with something orange. I don't know that I have enough to finish that, but let's see if we have. I would rather have an orange with no trim, and that feels wrong for this. Okay, it's not showing trim on there. Maybe something kind of like that. Not feeling that so much. I like the texture. I'm not sure about the particular color. Finding the shades of orange that are going to work here is probably going to be my toughest task. Yeah, I feel like that kind of goes with the brick, but now I'm not loving the floor. Okay, this always annoys me. It's like a little thing, but when you want to select and replace, now the floor is the exact same price as the one that I'm going to replace it with. So it won't cost me any additional, but I can't select it. So just to show, there's 3 simoleons. So I'm going to select until we have enough. I'm going to replace the floor with the darker, less busy one, because I think with the kind of busy wallpaper here, or busy brick, that it's probably going to be best if we don't have the really busy floor. And then I'm going to put it back to 3 simoleons. And I think that's a start. I'll be able to sell the trash here and get 10 simoleons. And yeah, that's... Wait, how are we getting more soy plants? Oh, because these are sheltered. The ones in the back are being sheltered by the rooftop. That's funny. Okay, well, I mean, that works out for us. At least we can still get a little bit of money from that as well. But I think we're going to end it here for today with the bit of a makeover that we've managed. Hopefully she's not finding it as dismally decorated as before, and we can, you know, make her a little happier. Next time we'll visit our little gardener and see if we can build things up for him. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider taking a moment to paw that like button, comment to share your thoughts, and subscribe for more mediocre content like this. Until next time, remember, you are perfect just the way you are.